Hi folks, I'm back with the Mi-24 subject, and this video was inspired by two reasons. One is a guy commented on the review video and I wanted to reply because the comments actually were very useful. And the second one is that we are currently working on digital camouflage for this thing. If you haven't seen one, this is because the digital camo is applied on Mi-35 in both versions, Mi-35P and Mi-35M. So I will leave the comments about the comments of the guy for the end, and let's start with the digital camouflage. This one is in the works. It will be out as a mask set very soon. And I did a research, although not thorough enough, and I wanted to share that with you. What I wanted to share is what I think is necessary for a conversion. So the conversion have to be done mostly on the chin area down here, as you can see with the Mi-24D, as well as others. We have 4-barrel gun. With the Mi-35, which featured first the digital camo, that was Mi-35P as Papa, called Phoenix by the Russians. It came with a different chin. I think NPPU 23 was the abbreviation, and came with the Gesha 23L gun, which is 2-barrel. So, aside from that, there is a light gray bull, which features the TV cameras, the laser finder, and stuff like that. Plus, there are differences in the wings. The wings that you see here, actually this thing here is missing. The wing is plain like is this one. I think on the Mi-24P and VP is like that. This is easily fixable with the sanding and cutting. However, as you will see in the pictures that I will embed in this video shortly, there are what seems to be electronic warfare devices attached to the outer wing pylons. So those are to be done either scratch built or probably aftermarket parts. I haven't seen aftermarket parts for those yet, but I'm sure they will be out in no time, because there are plenty of platforms, as we spoke before, about the Zvezda kits, and this one here, which eventually will not be the only release from Trumpeter. So what you should change if you're doing Mi-35P? Well, it seems that Mi-35P is not a deep conversion of the helicopter. It still has retractable landing gear, long wings. The chin and the cockpit are obviously different. The engines are different, but this doesn't concern you directly because there is no specific engines included in the kit. And then you can apply the digital camouflage. However, if you are building M35M, as in Mike, it's a different story. I have to say that Zvezda are about to release Mi-35M in no time this year. However, with the current situation in Ukraine, it's not a good idea to buy from Zvezda. But if you decide to do so, have in mind that they will have Mi-35M, which will be suitable for that digital camouflage as well, because on the reference pictures that I have, I saw it in different camouflages, including the very same pattern as the Phoenix, however, with inverted colors. If you dig deeper, you will know what I'm talking about. So, what's the difference with the differences actually with the Mi-24, actually Mi-35P and Mi-35M? Well, the M is with significantly shorter wings. Those were done for whatever reason, I guess, maybe less drag. However, the wings of the Mi-24, as far as I know, have supporting role as in the aircraft. So with speed, you have significant lifting force. So why the Russian decided to do that, I am not sure. I know that electronic equipment of the P and M are pretty much the same. The chin is the same. The ball that features the TV and laser cameras is the same. The other thing that is very different is the tail rotor. Here you have three-bladed rotor, just like in the Mi-24, but with Mi-35, it's an X-shaped thing. So the X-shaped rotor is relatively fresh thing in the helicopter world. By fresh, I mean 3 decades, 4 decades or so. And they're using it as an improvement over the previous designs. What exactly in aerodynamical terms, I'm not sure, so I will refrain from comment, but yeah. So if you decide to convert this, have in mind that the cockpit is with glass cockpit with displays. The chin is different. The twin barrel Gesche 23L, then the TV stand with the ball, and then the wing, the outer wing pylons. So have in mind if you decide to convert this. Let me give you a hint. This is what it will look like. It's about to be chopped off and then work on some more, but it's in the process of developing the mask set right now. So back to the video. As far as the comments go, this guy called Kamui004 commented on the video and actually made a very good point. The first point that Kamui004 made was about the 2.5 degree tilt of the rotor, which is missing here and in the 35th scale Mi-24V from Trumpeter. That is true. It has been addressed by Mi-24 builders, but it's not an overly big issue, and I tell you why. Many modelers struggle to make the alignment of different parts like wings, stabilizers, landing gear within 2 or 3 degrees. And this is basically because lack of knowledge, lack of attention. Most people that are not into aviation think that there isn't much of a difference, but there is. And 2.5 degrees is very important in real life, but for a 48 scale model, I don't think so. The next thing is the sack of the plates. So it is true, there is a sack in the Zvezda blades, but it looks very, very weird. It's not proper from whatever angle you look at it. It's just there to make Zvezda think that they did something better, but it's not actually looking right. It's looking like bended rotor blades, not like sagged one. And there is a difference. They look more like damaged one, not like resting rotor blades. Another very important thing that Kamui004 corrected me on was the panel lines of Zvezda. And here I kind of agree, and I think he's more correct than me. The Zvezda panel lines are there. However, surface details of Zvezda are awful. The plastic surface is awful. They're using B or C grade plastic or whatever. And he mentioned that after several coats of paint, you might lose the panel line. So let me correct you on this. If you are losing a panel line after 3 or 4 coats of paint, you are painting everything in the wrong way. I have applied 7 coats of paint and still kept the details visible. It should be sprayed thin, it should be sprayed slowly, and with a lot of diluter. That way you will achieve the color and you won't achieve the buildup of paint over the panel lines. So yeah, on the panel lines, considering the Zvezda kit, Kamui is absolutely right. But on the painting, absolutely wrong. If you're losing your panel lines after several coats of paint, you're doing it wrong. So you gotta work on your painting skills. Everything else said is pretty much the true. Zvezda is not a bad kit, neither is this one. They are both not perfect, but I prefer this one because, actually, for several reasons. One of the reasons is that this kit looks like a joyful ride when you start building it, while Zvezda looks like a lot of work from the get-go. You gotta work with a lot of tools, re-rivet, correct maybe some panel lines, add photo etch. Then you gotta use a primer which will give different texture of the surface because Zvezda surface is awful. So there are a lot to talk about that. I won't get into it because I'm not interested in Zvezda in general. Although I have an upcoming review on something theirs, but I'm postponing it due to the war in Ukraine. Anyhow, thank you for the comments, Kamui. They were very appropriate. I think we can both learn more about the kit, and of course, subscribers and viewers can learn more, especially if they read the comments. And hopefully, this will help people choose what's best for them. Another thing to mention is take a look at below the video. There is an apparel section that we recently made, and it's an on and off thing, so we have interesting items. We will include Mi-24 eventually, and look for the masks with the digital camouflage for the Mi-35P Phoenix and Mi-35M, which will be available very soon in 48 scale and probably later on in 35th. So this is for today's video. As you can hear, my voice sounds a bit different. This is because I caught something. I got a cold or something, and I stay at home all day with the leaky nose. Sorry for that, but I hope the information will be useful, and see you in the next one.